We all know that it is imperative that proper training and education must be implemented when human lives hang in the balance. Simulation-based learning has long been used in high-risk industries such as aviation, the military, and nuclear power to ensure proper training of its staff. Over the last few decades, healthcare has also recognized the benefits of using simulation in the education and training of its nurses. Simulation-based learning labs that utilize video debriefing provide a safe, realistic learning environment, which allows the nurse to actually observe their skills and make improvements to their skills where needed. In this presentation, I'll explain how simulation-based learning labs that utilize video debriefing are excellent teaching tools and how they more closely resemble real-life situations, thus expanding learning skills when compared to traditional didactic methods. These labs also provide a safe, realistic learning environment without the use of a live patient, thus allowing for errors to be made safely. The use of video debriefing also speeds up the acquisition of skills, as it allows the nurse to observe their skills, or lack of skills, when they see the video. Susan Galloway's article in the Journal of Nursing explains that because of increases in patient comorbidity, acuity, and demand for safety, the healthcare system can no longer be sustained or satisfied with nurses that remain at the beginner level. Rehearsing and gaining experience through the use of simulation can help the nurse gain confidence and knowledge about how to act in an emergency situation. Galloway also stated that at the Canadian Interdisciplinary Health Collaborative Consortium in 2007, that the effective simulation addresses core competencies such as problem solving, communication, patient skills, and teamwork. Such competencies are taught and evaluated with high-tech simulation equipment used in healthcare training. Simulation equipment has improved tremendously over the last 10 years to include computer-controlled 3D mannequins that respond to the learner as a real patient would. These life-size mannequins can talk, breathe, have a pulse, and are fully equipped with heart and lung sounds, bowel sounds. In addition to full-body functions, some of these specialized simulation mannequins, such as the SimBaby, can react to the learner's skills and even turn blue. They can also have seizures, and the Noel mannequin can even give birth. In a study conducted by Hines, Brown, Johnson, and Fitch of 112 students charting their performance before and after the use of simulation with high fidelity mannequins, it was documented that simulation was effective and that the students showed marked improvement in their skills. In my own experience implementing simulation training at St. Mark's Hospital, I have found that there's been overall performance improvement in such areas such as cardiac life support and neonatal resuscitation. Debriefing is an essential element of well-run simulation labs, as reported by Christina Dryfurst. She states in her article on the essentials of debriefing and simulation that learning occurs in simulation through task training and repetition, but significant learning occurs when deep insight is made through reflection during debriefing. This chart illustrates the steps in the process of video debriefing as outlined by Christina Dryfurst. First, you start with the skill you're going to be performing that's videoed. Next, the learner sits down and views themselves in the video. Then they assess themselves to see how well they performed that task. If they needed improvement, they would then re-perform the skill, video it again, watch the video, perform another assessment of their skills, and decide if their performance had improved. If it did, they can stop here. If not, they need to go ahead and perform the skill again, and it would keep going until there was the performance that they were looking for. In the Journal of Emergencies, Trauma and Shock, Fatima Latif stated that it has been documented in several studies that the use of video debriefing further enhances learning and also improves skills while decreasing errors in actual practice. Also, Doerr and Murphy draw the same conclusion in their article on how to build a successful simulation strategy, that when positive reinforcement is used in debriefing, learning is reinforced and the learner begins transference. Traditionally, it was practiced that medical staff would get their hands-on training while following a preceptor during live patient care. Though this model does help to improve skills, some patients don't like being practiced on, as further stated by Fatima Latif. Modern, high-tech equipment such as the 3G SimMan, combined with realistic scenarios, allows for such needed practice and repetition without compromising patient safety or a patient's feeling of security. A realistic mock learning lab provides an environment that allows for human error. From personal experience, I have found that many of my staff enjoy having a safety net when they're practicing their scenarios. In summary, you can see how simulation-based learning, used along with video debriefing, is a growing technique used in today's healthcare settings. It's definitely of value, and it's fast becoming sought after in nursing schools and hospitals alike, as it helps reinforce and improve skills in a safe environment. Video debriefing along with simulation provides the best possible degree of reflection and professional growth for today's nurses. Are there any questions?
I've heard you use the term high fidelity. What exactly does that mean?
Good question. High fidelity talks about the type of mannequin that you're using. Instead of being a static mannequin that doesn't have any bells or whistles or computer components, the high fidelity mannequins are run solely by computer. They have compressors on board. They can talk. They can change their blood pressure, their heart rate, their skin color. Their physiological components within the simulator itself will change depending on what the nurse would do or not do, and it's all computer generated. So that's what the term high fidelity means. Are there any other questions?
These high fidelity simulators that are run by computers, they sound very expensive. What is the return on the money spent to purchase such high-tech equipment?
Yeah, that's a good question too. And yeah, when you talk high fidelity, you're talking high cost. I know some of the high fidelity, like the 3G Man, costs between $60,000 and $80,000, and that is a lot of money. But if you look at the amount of training that is gained and the amount of errors, the less amount of errors that the nurses are performing, it's definitely saving them money in the long run because they're not having as many sentinel events. So it's definitely helping with the training and the error rate. Any more questions?
Since you've personally conducted education in the hospital using simulation, what have you seen as the benefit?
Oh, what I have seen is the staff feeling that their skills are improving, that they're feeling more confident because they're able to practice over and over and over. By the time on the simulator, by the time they're able to get to a live patient, they feel much more confident in their skills. And I've also seen that they're responding faster to emergencies when they're able to practice them in a realistic environment. Any more questions? Okay, that's it.